repeat it after me. They're like phrases. You know, hi, my name's Mr. Otto, and I went to the store today. You don't do that when you talk, right? So don't do that when you play your instrument. Think about music when you musical sentences. Okay, try it. Number 9. One, two, ready. Ah, 9. We're at 9. One, two, ready. 3. All right. 28 seconds. Now, who's going to lose every time? The flutes. Why? Because the air goes off into the atmosphere, right? And tubas are going to have a hard time too because they got, they got a bathtub to fill up. Okay? So you guys have to have bigger lungs than everybody else. Well, everybody needs to work on that. Okay? You can do it. You can go 4 measures without breathing. Trust me. It didn't take 28 seconds to play 4 measures, did it? So, all right, everybody at 9. Think about that now. 1, 2, big breath. Bop, bop, and then followed by a quarter rest. What you want to do is separate these guys, but this guy you want to hold into the quarter rest. So it's dot, D, so the audience can hear this guy instead of chop, chop. We want a thicker slice of bread instead of little slices, all right? And so make this guy have a little bit more bread slice than this. It just makes it sound better than tot, 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 tot. It's not very musical. So you really want to do that. This is what I'm talking about. 25. When you guys play brass and saxophone, ta, ta, ta. Give that second note just a little more body. Try it. 25. 1, 2, 25, 3. softer. What are those called? Close. Crescendo and decrescendo, right? Okay. Crescendo would get louder, decrescendo would get softer. Good. Now, when I hear those, like one measure after another, get louder and it gets softer. I always think of, have you ever sat at the lake shore and watched the water kind of come in and go out on a calm day? That's what I always think of. Trying to make it sound like water coming up on the shore and going back down. Here we go, 41. 1, 2, 3. And then trumpets, when you come in and measure 42, remember what we talked about there. Breath, ta, ta, ta. Give that last note, just more body. 41. No limp hair around here. Wait, I know what I'm talking about. 41.